What's going on, everybody? I'm Tank, and this is another episode of Roadie Reactions.
Get with this.
In today's reaction, we are finally kicking off Sabaton Saturdays. And this is going to be the dedicated day of the week where I continue my personal adventure checking out all of the music of Sabaton. And this is going to be great, man, because I've done some reactions to their music on this channel before, and I absolutely loved what I've heard. So having a specific day of the week, Saturday, where I can listen to all their music is going to be awesome, and we're going to keep doing that until further notice. Now, given the historical background on all of Sabaton's songs, they do have a YouTube channel called Sabaton History, where they explain all the backgrounds of all the songs they do. The problem with watching those beforehand is that they use a lot of the music and a lot of the songs in there, and I don't want to ruin any of the actual songs for myself. So I'm going to do some basic research on all of these songs before I react to them, but I'm going to wait and then on my own time watch the Sabaton History episode afterwards. And if any of you guys have any interest checking those out too, in every one of my videos, I will link that specific Sabaton History episode in the description below as well. So today, to kick this all off, we are going to be checking out a song that was written about the 588th Night Bombers Regiment of the Soviet Air Forces. And the coolest thing about this, it was an all-female regiment, and if I'm not mistaken, it was the first all-female regiment in the Soviet Air Forces. And I was reading a little background, and it's nuts, man, because it said every one of these pilots by the end of World War II had flown over 1,000 missions, and they are the most decorated all-female aviators regiment in the Soviet Air Forces. And I think it was 23 of them were even awarded the title of Hero of the Soviet Union. It's a pretty big fucking deal, man. So this is going to be super cool. So let's kick it right off. I will link this video in the description below. And today, I'm going to be listening to Sabaton, and for the very first time, hearing a live version of their song, Night Witches. Let's go. Oh, I love these camera shots from the Great Tour, from stage out to the crowd. Let's go. All right, good spot right there after the first chorus. Damn, we're already halfway through this video already. Let's get to talking about gear. So right off the start, man, this is the same kind of camera shot that we saw when I did another reaction. I believe it was in Leipzig Krieg. Hopefully my pronunciation was okay. And I love this. I really like it. It's very unique. It's very cool. It's harder to see some of the instruments that are playing out front, but you can see the crowd and the energy and all the production. So the pyrotechnics you're seeing at the very beginning there, those little flashes and stuff, those are strobe pots. And the cool thing about those, somebody actually asked this in a comment, good point to bring up. those are not manually set off, like each one of those going off. They're manually triggered when they originally go off, but those are actually loaded for a specific duration. So they have to time out how long they want that effect in the intro of that song before they end. So meticulously, every day, the Pyro team has to load those. There are some that come preloaded that they could have bought, but for a full tour like this, they probably have a Pyro team doing it. And then right off the bat, the tank is shooting out other forms of pyro. You've got liquid-based flames shooting all over the place. This is great, man. This is great production. It's insane. I want to talk more about it, but like I said, we're halfway through the video, and I just want to keep going, and we're going to have many more weeks to talk about gear. So, I loved that halftime chorus first time. We're probably going to rock some more. So I just want to bring up a few things because I know somebody's going to say it in the comments, because you've reminded me every single time I watch Sabaton video. Yes, I'm aware that the drummer for Sabaton, Hannes van Dahl, is married to Floor Jansen. And Hannes is a exclusive artist of Yamaha drums and Sabian cymbals, and we've seen this kit and this setup in these other videos. Great drummer, man. I'm really looking forward to watching this every week because I've really liked his drumming style. The other guys, I can't see a ton of their gear, but I know Per always uses the I'm having a brain fart. I just said I know and I don't. ESP LTD F series based, which the F stands for Forest. That is the original name in the Japanese models. It's the Forest series in the US in the newer models, and in Europe they call it the F series. And I know the other guitarists switch back and forth a lot from other videos I've seen. They've had Ibanez, they've had ESP, they've had LTD, they've had Comparison. It looks like they're both using Ibanez's, although I haven't seen what it is because I haven't seen the body of the guitar. Let's go. Looked like an Ibanez S, but I'm not sure. Really quick, I want to lead back into that. One thing I'm noticing that I didn't notice before, the audio mix in this has the guitars panned accurately from where the stage plot is. So you can hear Chris's guitars in the left ear only, stage left, and Tommy's guitars, stage right, in your right ear. Super cool. I like that little touch a lot. Oh. Do you have a fucking bazooka? Ooh, it's a nice little touch there. I'll talk about that little thing in the outro, because we're at the end here and I don't want to just sit here and talk. Let's go talk some more about that. So the one thing that I really enjoy about Sabaton's music so far is I always know what I'm going to get in terms of sound, at least for the 5 or 6 songs I've heard so far. I think the only thing that was like ballady that we've heard so far was in Leipzig, and everything else has just been just a powerhouse of metal, just like this. And I was kind of thinking this might have been the opening song of the set just based on that entrance, but I'm pretty sure they almost always open with Ghost Division. I'll check the set list on that. And I didn't get to break down a lot of production in this one because we've seen this stage setup before, and we're going to be doing a lot more of these videos. If you're curious about any of the stage production, I talked about it a lot in that In Leipzig video. You can check that out, but we're going to talk more about this actual production a lot more, and we're probably going to see some other Sabaton shows as well. Gear-wise, I'm pretty sure it's the same stuff I've seen in other videos, and I took a guess. I'll make sure I get that in there. And then that ending with that bazooka. So it's obvious to even a lot of people that aren't probably familiar, he didn't actually shoot something at the tank. What you had happen there was there's just a flashbang loaded into the front of that bazooka that goes off in time with the pyrotechnics that go off at the front of the tank to give it that effect. Looks super awesome, man. Very Rammstein-esque. They do a lot of stuff like that in their show as well, man. I'm loving watching these metal bands that are just going full bore with pyro with all their shows. And the Sabaton set, super themed. I love it. I love the wings on the stage where the techs can just hang out behind the barricades and stuff. Super awesome, man. I absolutely love it. I cannot wait to do more of these videos, man. That was a really quick one, but it was really high energy and I liked it a lot. So next week, again, we're gonna be doing more. And thank you guys for voting on this. I am doing Sabaton on Saturday because you guys picked it. And if this is your first time here, feel free to click subscribe. I release new videos all the time. So if you turn your alerts on, YouTube might notify you. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But if you like this video, I would greatly appreciate the like as it does help the channel out. But if you disliked it, it's not a big deal, man. You're free to dislike it, but thank you for watching this time. I'm also on a ton of different social media. I even have a Discord server and a Twitch that I stream on, and I'll put the links to those in the description below. And my handle on everything social media related is @TankTheTech. Thank you so much for watching once again. We will be doing more Sabaton every Saturday going forward, and I will be back very soon with another episode of Roadie Reactions.